Mastering Demons Through Meditation: How to Save Our Souls and Achieve Enlightenment Through the Power of Meditation. How to Master Demons. An exciting title, isn't it? But in a world where spirituality and mythology are often misunderstood, it is crucial to explore the true nature of demons. To become ascended masters, we must learn not only to work with the celestial hierarchies, but also to master demons, understood not as evil entities, but as integral parts of the cosmic process of soul evolution. Demons in our church culture. Throughout history, the church has taught us to fear demons, presenting them as nightmarish figures, hidden in the shadows, ready to lead us down the path of perdition. But this perspective only brings fear and terror, leaving their profound meaning in the shadows. The reality is quite different. Demons are not monsters, nor are they agents of absolute chaos. Rather, they are soul examiners, karmic guides, and entities that challenge us to grow. Demons have often been portrayed in sermons as destructive forces, but their significance extends far beyond the stereotypes promoted by dogma. By examining their role in the spiritual life in depth, we can begin to see them as a necessary part of the cosmic balancing process. Fear, an emotion that paralyzes us, must be overcome in order to access the true wisdom that demons can reveal. What is a demon? Demons are not the mythological boogeyman. They are spiritual entities just like angels, but operating on different frequencies. Unlike angels filled with light, demons lack this divine energy, but that does not mean they are evil. Their roles include testing the soul. Demons appear at a time of trial and error to see if we are ready for the next level of spiritual evolution. Karma, they are the karmic adjusters, bringing balance and corrections where needed. Temptation, the temptations that demons offer us are important lessons for our personal and spiritual development. Contrary to popular perceptions, demons do not deal in gratuitous terror. They do not manifest through jump scares or other forms of trivial intimidation. Rather, they appear as a subtle force that tests our limits, confronts us with our deepest fears, and invites us to explore the raw sides of our soul. Demons in mythology and religion. Throughout history, demons have been portrayed in a variety of ways, across a wide range of cultures and religions. From challenging beings necessary for cosmic balance to symbols of absolute evil, demons have captured the collective imagination of humanity. Their complex role and dual nature have been a constant source of speculation, fear, and fascination. Greek mythology and the demons of transformation. In Greek mythology, demons were called daimons and did not have an exclusively negative connotation. In fact, daimons were considered intermediary spirits, beings who facilitated communication between gods and humans. Philosophers such as Socrates even mentioned the presence of a personal daimon who functioned as a spiritual guide. These entities had dual roles. Some daimons brought inspiration and wisdom, while others tested the moral limits of people. Greek myths often depict daimons as challenging, but necessary for personal and collective growth. They tested human virtues and ensured that the cosmic balance was respected. Ancient Egypt, Set and cosmic duality. In ancient Egypt, Set, the god of chaos and disorder, was a complex figure. Far from being simply a symbol of evil, Set represented the necessary force that caused the imbalance so that order could be restored. His conflicts with Horus, the god of order and light, were symbols of the eternal struggle between chaos and order. Set was also associated with protection in certain contexts. For example, sailors invoked him to protect them from the dangers of unknown waters. This duality seeks to remind us that chaos and disorder are not only destructive elements, but also catalysts for evolution and regeneration. Hinduism, Asuras and the struggle for balance. In Hindu tradition, demons, known as Asuras, are the counterparts of the gods, devas. They are frequently portrayed as powerful beings who challenge gods and humans alike. Unlike the demons of the Abrahamic religions, Asuras are not fundamentally evil, but rather represent unbalanced energies that disrupt the harmony of the universe. The popular myth of the churning of the ocean, Samudra Manthan, illustrates the cooperation between the Asuras and devas to create Amrita, the elixir of immortality. Although the Asura's intentions were selfish, the story suggests that even the most negative energies can contribute to positive outcomes when aligned with higher goals. Abrahamic religions and the perspective of absolute evil. Abrahamic religions, such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, have portrayed demons as emblems of absolute evil. Satan, the leader of the demons, is often seen as the divine adversary. Yet even here, the perspective is not without nuance. In Judaism, for example, demons are often used to test people's faith and morality, rather than simply to destroy them. In Islam, jinn are beings created from fire, who can be good or evil, but who, like humans, have free will. This perspective emphasizes the complexity of evil and invites us to reflect on our personal responsibility in the face of temptations. Demons as agents of transformation. Demons, in a variety of traditions, are more than figures of destruction. They symbolize the necessary processes of change and transformation. The challenges they bring are not punishments, but opportunities for spiritual growth. By testing our limits, demons help us discover inner strength and evolve. This holistic approach to demons helps us overcome fear and see that, beyond the surface, every challenge contains an opportunity for learning. Demons are not just assembled parts of mythology, but guides to enlightenment and wisdom. How do demons manifest? Contrary to popular belief, demons do not possess bodies at every turn and do not hide in mirrors or shadows to frighten mortals. There are only a few rare cases where demons possess a person, and this usually happens when the soul of an individual has consented either through karmic merit or through a conscious act. In the vast majority of cases, what we call possessions are actually influences from entities in the lower astral. Their manner of manifestation is subtle and often indirect. It can manifest itself through an intense emotional challenge, a series of events that seem unusual, or through temptations that seem impossible to avoid. Once again, these moments are not punishments, but lessons necessary for our evolution. The hierarchy of demons. Since ancient times, people have wondered, how can we control the invisible forces that influence our lives? Are demons merely symbols of evil, or do they serve a much deeper purpose? Mastering demons is no easy task, but for those who learn the art of the process, the rewards are extraordinary. In order to master a demon, you must have power over it. But what does this power mean? It is not about physical strength or external authority, but about an inner victory. Power comes from having overcome the lesson that the demon represents. Only when you have integrated this lesson into your own life does the demon lose its hold on you. How do we identify demon lessons? Each demon represents a human trait or weakness that must be understood and overcome. These lessons are not simple or straightforward. They are hidden in temptations, challenges, or moments of trial. For example, pride. You cannot control the demon of pride until you learn the lesson of humility. Have you ever wondered how many decisions you make out of ego? Pride prevents us from seeing the truth and isolates us from others. Once we recognize that we are not the center of the universe, the power of pride over us decreases dramatically. Greed. You cannot overcome the demon of greed without learning generosity. It is easy to want more, but have you ever wondered why you are not satisfied with what you have? Generosity is not just about giving material things, but also about offering time, empathy, and support to those around you. The mastery process, a path of self-knowledge. Mastering demons is, in essence, a deep process of introspection and transformation. This is not a short or easy path. Continuous work on oneself is necessary, which involves recognizing the demon. What is the aspect of your life that you find most challenging? Is it anger, jealousy, or perhaps fear of failure? Demons often appear in the form of our greatest weaknesses. Accepting the lesson, refusing to accept the existence of these demons and their lessons only amplifies their power. Once we recognize that every challenge comes with a message, we can begin to work on it. Inner transformation, this is the key. You cannot defeat a demon by fighting it. Only by transforming our own energy can we neutralize its influence. For example, anger can be transformed into passion and fear into courage. Patience practice: no one defeats a demon overnight. It takes time and perseverance to integrate these lessons into daily life. Why is it important to master demons? Demons are not just obstacles, they are guides. Every demon that appears in our lives is an opportunity for growth. Once you understand the lesson they represent, you not only become stronger, but you also discover a part of yourself that you may not have known before. A path to enlightenment: demons lead us to a better understanding of our spiritual nature. A more balanced life: when we master demons, we learn to control our emotions and reactions. Inner freedom: mastering demons frees the soul from the constraints imposed by our weaknesses. Myths and realities: demons are not physical entities that appear behind us to scare us. Rather, they are symbols of our unintegrated aspects. But what do we do when a demon seems impossible to control? Is this a sign of weakness or an invitation to deeper introspection? Every demon myth, from possession to night terrors, has a hidden truth: demons do not come to destroy us, but to challenge us. They are the teachers we do not want, but we need. Mastering demons is not just an art, but a wisdom that is necessary for all who wish to evolve. Through self-knowledge, acceptance, and transformation, demons become powerful allies in our spiritual journey. Have you ever wondered which demon you have to master today? Demons, like angels, exist in complex hierarchies. Each demon has a clear purpose and sphere of influence. For example, higher demons work in harmony with cosmic energies to regulate karma on a global level. Intermediate demons, responsible for the individual testing of souls. Lower demons influence material life, often at the level of desires and temptations. This hierarchy reflects the complexity of the spiritual universe and how all energies contribute to the overall balance. It is fascinating to note that each level has a specific mission. Demons and spiritual evolution. Throughout history, hermits and spiritual masters have worked with demons to test their disciples or to obtain guidance in solving material problems. Demons can be used for business growth, channeling their energy for prosperity. Karmic healing, exploring the causes of suffering. Self-knowledge, confronting our dark sides. Working with demons requires an advanced level of inner knowledge and mastery. It is a spiritual art that combines the science of introspection with the ability to work with complex energies. How do we respect and use them? The first step is to respect demons as parts of divine creation. By accepting and understanding them, we can learn to work with them. The key is to love and appreciate them for the important role they play in our spiritual evolution. Only then can we use them for our own good and that of others. Every interaction with a demon must be guided by clarity, intention, and integrity. Demons are not tools, but collaborators in the process of growth. Demons are not enemies of the light, but essential parts of the cosmic balance. They challenge us to grow, learn, and overcome our limitations. Through their deep understanding, we can learn not only to live in harmony with them, but to use their lessons to achieve enlightenment.